One resource that you have in Reading A to Z is the ability to find lesson plans based on specific standards. So what you do is over on the right side there's a section that says resource correlations, and you can go to the second one in that section, which is called curriculum standards. And when I click on that, I'm able to choose a grade level and a state. So I'm going to choose third grade in Minnesota. And when I click on that, I can look at the different standards that have been written for Minnesota, and I can choose ones from this list, and then it'll show me books that relate to that standard. So I'm going to just do the first one, which is to ask and answer questions to demonstrate understanding of a text. So I'm going to click on the materials that are correlated to this standard, and then I'm going to see different options. There's several different books that fit with this standard, and those books are at different reading levels. So I can choose the one that I think will be interesting, and I can also look for one at the reading level that I want to be at. Let me choose the first one here, which is a level S book. And then so I can go to the book, and of course I can show this book to my students by projecting it on my screen using the projectable book right here. But there's also lesson resources for every single book that is on Reading A to Z. And because I searched by standards, I found a book that had lesson resources that are related to that standard that I'm focused on, which is to ask and answer questions. Now, all of these lesson plans have some commonalities to them. For example, there's a section about before reading. So you can look at the before reading and identify a couple of strategies that you want to use before you begin reading this text. Then there's a during reading section where you can talk about the different modeling activities that you can do while reading the book that address the standard. And then lastly, there's an after reading section where you can look at the different things that you could do after reading. So you can kind of look at these lesson plans and use parts of the lesson plans in your own lesson planning and to create lessons with your students that will focus on a specific standard.